Hello guys, what is up? It's your boy Spooky Noodles and I am back with another video. Today we talk about the books that I'm currently reading. So what am I currently reading? Well, we'll get into that. First I want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed. I am up to like 431 subscribers, which is incredible. I thought I would really like to get to 500, break that 500 barrier, but I'm happy with the subs that I have, and the fact that people are still watching my videos is incredible. So I just want to say thank you so much for that support and for the support of my author career. It's been amazing as well. And, people buying my books is just incredible. It's an incredible feeling. Yeah, so what's on the horizon for my writing career? Well, I'll talk about that after the little TBR we have here, which is not really a TBR because that would be to be read. And this is what I'm currently reading. So yeah, and I'm only currently reading 2 books and a half, I'm going to say, because, 2 books and a half, and I'll get to them in a second here. So we'll just start with the first book that I'm currently reading, which is an audiobook. I take my dog for walks. We listen to the audiobook. Well, I listen to the audiobook for 15 minutes. And I have it on 1.5 speed, so it's a little bit faster than normal. That's just because I'm a better listener than I am a reader. So I can get through audiobooks pretty quickly, fairly quickly. I'm listening to Scary Bastard. At least it's what I believe it's called. I'm almost 100% sure that's what it's called. By Aaron Beauregard. And it's going very well so far. I'm really digging it so far. It's incredible. There's been one scene already that's... I mean, I saw it coming, but like still it kind of like made my eyes go a little wide, Like, this is like... I feel like this is his earlier work, and in his earlier work, he was doing the shock factor thing, whereas later on, he didn't need that type of shock factor in his books. You know what I'm... Well, I mean, he always has a shock factor in his books, but, like, it feels like he's reaching for something and not exactly grabbing it, But, I mean, that's not a knock or anything. It just means that he's going way out there with the gore and stuff. And the story outline is incredible, obviously. I'm really enjoying this Aaron Beauregard book. I never know how to say his name. I hear him say his name differently than everyone else says his name. So I'm just going with what I hear rather than what I've heard from other people. Because I would say Beauregard, it's easier to say, but Beauregard, I believe, is what he says his name is. So, yeah. The other book I'm reading currently is David Sodergren's, which I believe is how you say his name, David Sodergren's Night Shoot. And I'm like 68% through that book. It's going very well so far. Very fun book. I really hate a lot of the characters, which is good because that's what really a slasher is, You're not here for, likable characters. You're here for slashings and cool kills and stuff like that. There is, like, 2 likable characters. So don't get me wrong, there isn't, like, 0 likable characters, but there's, like, 2. But everyone else, you don't feel for them. You're just like, oh my god, thank God they're dead, So, yeah. David Sodergren's Night Shoot is going well so far. Like I said, I'm 68% through it, which means I have 32% left to go. I've been reading it at work and on my downtime, so yeah. And then the last book, which I just literally started today, and I've only read like 1 page on my phone, and that would be, I think it's called Year of the Dog Man by Steve Holes Jr., I think it's called. I think his name is. Sorry, I think he's called. Sorry, Frank Holes Jr. That's it, Frank Holes Jr. Sorry, my leg's itchy. He is a Michigan author. This book came out in 2007. I have it on paperback signed by him. He doesn't know that I have it signed by him because we've never met. I've actually found his books in thrift stores, and they've been autographed, so I think that's incredible. I don't own all of the paperbacks by him, but I own quite a bit of his Dogman series, which I think is all he has out there. But I love the Dogman legend, and I love the Legends, the song about the Dogman. And I'm currently trying to gain as much knowledge as I can about the Dogman, so when I go to write my story, it correlates with what Dogman is, Michigan Dogman. And yeah, I have a great idea for a story. It's not much different from most found footage movies, I guess, but still, I'm really excited about this one. It's gonna be gory. At least I hope it's gonna be gory. And if it's not, then it's gonna have blood in it. You know, it might not be like, you know, as gory as John Athan, or I should say extreme as John Athan or Aaron Beauregard or Daniel J. Volpe or Roland Bursey Jr. So yeah, excuse me, I had to burp right there, and I was trying to fight through it. But yeah, it's going well, the reading. I'm having a great time reading books. Like I said, today I listened to a little bit of the audiobook. I read one page of The Year of the Dogman, and I'm basically reading that book and I'm studying it because it has like real and fake encounters with the Dogman, and I'm gonna try my best to like absorb as much of what the Dogman is and write my own story. I have it all set up in my mind already. Like I'm just kind of thinking about what characters we should be following mostly through the book, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if there's going to be a specific main character that we follow, like most of my books. There's like a centerfold, or not centerfold, there's a center main character. Sorry, I keep saying center. There's a main character, and everything revolves around him, or maybe there's 2 or 3 main characters, depending on how long the story is. But this one, I think, is just going to be a scattered piece with, like, a bunch of different authors, or, characters. Sorry, I cannot talk today. A bunch of different characters, and, none of them is really going to be the main character, I don't think. I think they're all going to be jerks, and that it's going to be a bloodfest. Maybe I'll have one survivor, like a final girl or something like that. I'm also trying to think of a good Dogman title that other than just Dogman. Like, I was thinking of doing something like The Horror of Hoover Road, or The Curse of the Dogman, or something cool like Black Drenched Fur, or something, or Blood Drenched Fur, Blood Drenched Claws. I don't know. I'm trying to think of cool titles right now. Howling in the Night, you know, Howling in the Night, or maybe just scratch off the Howling in the Night. I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet. But it's really what my main focus is at the moment. I have a few other novels or novellas that I'm working on, like The Torn, which I've already shown you guys what that one is, and I talked about what it's about. 9 Lives, which is very deep into it. It's at novella length right now at 61 pages with 15,000 words. I'm really proud of where I'm at with 9 Lives, but I'm slowly falling out of the slasher mood again, which is unfortunate because last time I fell out of the slasher mood, I was reading David Sodergren's book, and now I'm falling out of the mood again, and I feel like I'm never going to finish David Sodergren's book because I just keep falling out of the mood for slasher films, you know what I'm saying? So, when that happens, I usually switch gears to something else, and that's kind of what's happening as I'm shifting towards Dogman stories. I'm going to start reading Frank Holes Jr.'s book, Year of the Dogman. I also have a few other books by him. I'm planning on buying all of them if I like this first story, but that's down the road. But yeah, writing is going well. I haven't really written in a few days, but I've mostly been trying to take a break because of work. I worked probably the most hours I've worked since I've been here. I think the first week might have been the most I've worked at before at Amazon, but I think this prior week or last week, I worked 5 hours the first day, 10 hours the second day. I took a day off, then I worked 10 hours. So total, I worked 25 hours. So this is the most I've worked since I've been there. So I'm getting a nice, decent check. But this week, I'm trying to say converge, or not converge. Well, I guess converge. Well, no, I'm not gonna say converge. I'm trying to absorb, or not absorb. Wow, I cannot talk today. I'm trying to conjure up all the power I can, all the energy for the next few days, because I plan on trying to work every single day if I can. I know it's not exactly a feasible thing to do, because the hours are from 5 to 6, 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. And it's 10 hours. I'm there for like 11 hours, but, you know, I only work for like 10, so... Yeah, because I got two 30-minute breaks. But one of them is not paid for. So technically I'm there for like 10 and a half hours. Anyways, at least I think I get paid for 10 and a half hours. I'm not really sure. But I work 4 days a week from Wednesday to Saturday. Just so you guys can get an understanding. My days off are Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, which is today's Tuesday. So I'm just trying to focusing on rejuvenating my energy. You know, I'm trying to get back to the work form that I was at PCS, my old company. But Amazon's a great place to work at. I'm already getting treated like 10 times better than I've ever been treated at a job. And I've only had one other job other than UPS. I don't know if you count a seasonal job, but I worked at UPS, and so I guess I have had 2 jobs, UPS a few years, and PCS. So, but Amazon's different. I like Amazon a lot. I like the people there. The only problem right now is getting there and back, because it is a 40-minute drive, but my sister and I are trying to get my license at the moment, so that's no longer a problem for anybody other than myself, because I have to pay for gas, and then maybe I'll get a better understanding of, you know, where I'm at with gas and stuff, but, and money. But, yeah, but anyways, writing-wise, my own writing is going well. I'm still reading stories for my Cryptid Carnage anthology. I've only really accepted one story so far. I've been really slacking off with reading my Cryptid Carnage anthology story submissions, but I'm gonna get into it soon. And another thing about my publishing company is that the Hunger of Old Stars, my cosmic horror, or our cosmic horror anthology, is gonna be coming out soon. I haven't a date yet. But all the stories have been edited, and yeah, so that is almost finished. I'm not sure when it's gonna come out, but it's gonna come out soon as I can get it out. I'm hoping for sometime in April at the very latest, but we'll see. But yeah, my own writing is going well. Dogman Story, 9 Lives, The Torn, you know, Symbiotic I finished, and I just have to go through that one and fix everything, and then I can send it to my teacher who's going to have a look at it. Yeah, so it's going well, though. Very well. Good stuff happening over here at the Nick house. Spooks and Nudes house. I can't talk today. I'm not funny. But, yeah, tell me how your guys' day is going. Mine's going well, even though I'm not really doing anything. It is almost 2, so I gotta take my second round of Adderall soon. And maybe I'll be more focused. But right now I just want to take a nap, if I'm being honest. But yeah, tell me if you guys have any good cryptid stories, like not that your own story, but if you do have your own story, you know, send it in to spiderinkpublishing@yahoo.com. But tell me a good cryptid horror story, you know, like one, like maybe a book or a short story, you know. Give me your cryptid horror stories that you think are really good, because I've only read 2 cryptid horror stories, and 2 cryptid horror stories, and that would be Armin Rosamilia's The Beast, which is what I'm really kind of basing my story off of, really. Whereas that one was set in New Jersey with Bigfoot. Mine's in Michigan with Dogman. It's kind of a similar situation where, well, I don't want to get into it because I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but it's kind of a similar situation, except instead of a coming-of-age story, it's a story about, excuse me, a news crew doing a segment on something I can't really say right now because I don't know if it's a spoiler or not yet. But they're doing a segment and they run into the Dogman. So the other cryptid story I've read, other than the cryptid stories I've been reading for my anthology, of course, is Dweller by Jeff Strand, which is really good. I talked about those 2 books in my Bigfoot movies video, so go check out that video. But yeah, let me know if you have any good cryptid horror stories. I know Laurel Hightower, I think it's Laurel Hightower, is coming out with a Mothman book. I really am interested in that because I love the Mothman, even though I've never been to, like, what is it, West Virginia or something like that. But I drove through West Virginia once, if that's where it takes place. And West Virginia is beautiful, very pretty. I remember fishing. I don't really fish, so don't get twisted, but I was sick while going from Virginia to Michigan, but on our drive there, we stopped, and this guy was really nice and let me use his fishing rod to fish. And I caught a fish, and it was really fun. I mean, fishing is not for me, obviously, because the process that came after the fish was not fun. I watched, I didn't partake. But, yeah, it was just serene being out on the water like that, and with all the grassy hills and stuff. It's really pretty over there. I even saw a waterfall while I was there, and I've never really seen a waterfall other than Tacoma Falls, I think that's what it's called. Tacoma Falls. I feel like I'm saying it wrong, but I'm almost there. Oh well, I'm just gonna say Tacoma Falls. That's a waterfall in Michigan. It's one of the largest waterfalls in the States, but I mean, it's nothing compared to Niagara Falls. I've never been to Niagara Falls, but I know of it, so yeah. But Tacoma Falls, I think that's what it's called, is really, really pretty. I loved being over there. The only problem I had was mosquitoes. When they're out, they're out. But other than that, it was really nice on the days where there wasn't mosquitoes. So just don't go during the really hot summer. Go during the fall. But yeah. I hope you guys are having a great day, first of all, before I go. I really want to know if you guys are having great days. So comment in below. And if any of the other stuff pertains to what you want, let's just have a conversation down below. Let me just stop talking, because talking is not my strong suit today. So yeah. So with that, I'm gonna leave. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you have a spooky night, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.